Western Europe used to be the center of power and new ideas. For centuries, it was the birthplace of revolutions in science, art, and politics. The Renaissance, the Enlightenment, and the Industrial Revolution all began here, shaping the modern world in profound ways. European thinkers, artists, and leaders influenced every corner of the globe, leaving a legacy that still resonates today. It built empires and shaped the world as we know it. From the vast British Empire to the far-reaching Spanish and Portuguese colonies, European nations extended their influence across continents. They brought with them their languages, cultures, and systems of governance, forever altering the societies they touched. The impact of European colonialism is still felt in many parts of the world, both in positive and negative ways. But now things are changing. Europe's future is uncertain. The once bustling streets of its cities are quieter, and the skylines that once symbolized progress now stand as reminders of a different era. Economic challenges, demographic shifts, and political upheavals are reshaping the continent. The question on everyone's mind is, what comes next for Europe? Political problems, economic troubles, and a loss of power on the world stage mark this new time. The European Union, once seen as a beacon of unity and strength, now faces internal divisions and external pressures. Economic disparities between member states, rising populism, and debates over sovereignty are testing the very fabric of the Union. Protests and political movements reflect the growing discontent among the populace. The old powers are fading, and everyone is watching to see what will happen next. As the sun sets over Europe's historic landmarks, it symbolizes the end of an era. The once mighty governments and institutions now face an uncertain future. The world watches closely, aware that the decisions made here will have global repercussions. This doesn't mean Europe isn't important, not yet at least. The continent still boasts a rich cultural heritage, world-class educational institutions, and vibrant cities. Its museums, theaters, and marketplaces continue to attract millions of visitors each year. Europe's soft power, through its culture and values, remains influential on the global stage. But the continent that once controlled so much of the world is now having trouble controlling its own future. Leaders gather in high-stakes meetings, trying to navigate the complex web of challenges. Construction cranes dot the skylines, symbolizing efforts to rebuild and adapt. Yet the path forward is fraught with uncertainty. There are many problems, and the solutions are complicated. Economic stagnation, environmental concerns, and social unrest are just a few of the issues at hand. Each problem is interconnected, making it difficult to find clear-cut solutions. The continent's leaders must balance immediate needs with long-term goals, all while maintaining the trust of their citizens. But to understand what will happen to Europe, we first have to understand the things that are changing it. From the rise of new global powers to internal demographic shifts, many factors are at play. Academic conferences and think tanks are buzzing with discussions, and everyday conversations in cafes reflect the public's concern. Only by examining these changes can we begin to predict Europe's future. Europe's politics are a mess. The unity after World War II is falling apart. Now there are divisions and growing nationalism. Brexit is a clear example of this. It's like Europe hurt itself, and it has shaken the idea of a united Europe. But Brexit is just one sign of a bigger problem. All over Europe, populist movements are getting stronger. People are worried about money, their culture, and they don't trust the people in charge. From Italy to Sweden, Hungary to France, these movements are shaking things up and showing the cracks in European societies. Europe's economy is slowing down. Even though Europe is still wealthy compared to many other places, its economies are struggling. Growth is slow, there's high unemployment in some areas, and Europe is losing its competitive edge. The European dream of everyone being prosperous is fading for many. People are worried about money and their future. The euro, once a symbol of European unity, is now causing division. The single currency has created problems between richer and poorer countries in the eurozone. This has led to anger and political instability, making things even worse for the European project. Europe's power in the world is shrinking. The continent that used to be so important is now less important in international affairs. The United States, once a close friend, is now seen by many as untrustworthy, looking out for itself instead of its European allies. The war in Ukraine has shown Europe's weaknesses. Europe depends on Russia for energy, and it doesn't have a strong military. The Nord Stream pipeline sabotage showed how easily Europe's energy supply could be disrupted. This highlighted Europe's weakness even more. Europe is also struggling with who it is. The values that used to define Europe, tolerance, openness and working together with other countries, are being challenged by rising nationalism, fear of foreigners and cultural insecurity. The arrival of refugees and migrants has made these worries worse, causing tension and dividing people politically. The decline of religion and the rise of secularism have also added to this sense of cultural fragmentation. Europe is changing, struggling to balance its past with its present and unsure of its place in the world. Section 6. The Rise of New Titans. As Europe deals with its problems, new powers are becoming important in the world. China, with its strong economy and growing military, is challenging the way things are. India is also becoming a major player because of its young population and technology skills. These rising powers don't want to follow the old rules. They are making their own rules, often against the West's interests. Europe is slow to react to these changes and risks falling behind. Section 7. Russia at the Crossroads. Russia sees both problems and opportunities in Europe's decline. The West, busy with its own problems and economic troubles, is seen as weak, easy to take advantage of. The Kremlin, wanting to make Russia powerful again, is trying to use these divisions. The invasion of Ukraine shows this. Russia, under Putin, doesn't want to be a passive observer anymore. It wants to change the power structure in Europe, often using military force and political pressure. Section 8. Adapting to a new world order. In the face of unprecedented global shifts, Europe stands at a crossroads. The continent, with its rich history and diverse cultures, must navigate a rapidly changing world landscape. The challenges are numerous, but so are the opportunities. The world is changing, and Europe needs to change too if it wants to succeed. Modernization is not just an option, it is a necessity. From the bustling streets of Berlin to the innovative hubs in Stockholm, Europe is witnessing a technological renaissance. Holding on to old ways will only make things worse. The remnants of outdated industries and empty streets serve as a stark reminder of what happens when progress is stalled. Europe must shed its old skin to thrive in this new era. Europe needs to find its purpose and unity again. The European Union, a symbol of unity and cooperation, must lead the way. Diverse cultures and backgrounds should be seen as strengths, not weaknesses. It needs to fix its internal divisions, improve its economies, and address the concerns of its citizens. Protests and economic challenges highlight the urgent need for reform and innovation, and find a new way forward in a world where it is no longer the strongest force. Emerging economies are rising, and Europe must adapt to maintain its influence. Global economic forums and international cooperation are key to this new strategy. This will require strong leaders, new ideas, and a commitment to innovation. European leaders must inspire and guide their nations through these transformative times, and a willingness to embrace change. Parliaments and governments must be open to new policies and approaches. Modern cities and multicultural events showcase the potential of a united and forward-thinking Europe. The challenges are big, but the stakes are high. From economic crises to environmental issues, Europe faces significant hurdles. However, with determination and unity, these challenges can be overcome. Europe's future and the world's future depends on it. The decisions made today will shape the world of tomorrow. The youth, the leaders, and the citizens of Europe all have a role to play in this grand transformation. Section 9. The uncertain future of Europe. What will happen to Europe? No one knows. The continent stands at a critical juncture, facing a myriad of challenges that could shape its future in unpredictable ways. From political upheavals to economic uncertainties, the path ahead is fraught with complexities. The question on everyone's mind is, can Europe navigate these turbulent waters and emerge stronger? The continent faces many challenges, both from within and from outside, that threaten its stability and prosperity. Internal divisions, such as the rise of populism and nationalism, have created rifts among member states. Meanwhile, external pressures, including global trade tensions and geopolitical conflicts, add to the uncertainty. The economic landscape is also shifting, with traditional industries struggling to adapt to new technological advancements and the ever-changing global market. Can Europe overcome these challenges and find a new way forward? We don't know. The decisions made by European leaders in the coming years will be crucial. They must address the root causes of these issues and work together to find sustainable solutions. Collaboration and unity will be key in navigating this complex landscape. The European Union, as a collective entity, must also redefine its role in the global arena and adapt to the new realities of the 21st century. One thing is certain: the old way of doing things is over. The traditional approaches that once worked are no longer sufficient in addressing the multifaceted challenges of today. Europe must innovate and embrace change to stay relevant and competitive on the global stage. This means investing in new technologies, fostering a culture of innovation, and rethinking economic and social policies to better align with the needs of the modern world. The world is entering a new era, one where power is shifting, technology is changing everything, and the world is uncertain. The rapid pace of technological advancements such as artificial intelligence, automation, and digitalization is transforming industries and societies at an unprecedented rate. Europe must harness these technologies to drive growth and improve the quality of life for its citizens. However, this also comes with challenges such as ensuring data privacy, cybersecurity, and addressing the digital divide. Europe is at a crossroads and must decide what it wants to be in this new world. The choices it makes now will determine its future trajectory. Will it become a leader in innovation and sustainability, or will it struggle to keep up with the rapid changes? The path it chooses will have far-reaching implications, not just for Europe, but for the entire world. The stakes are high and the time for decisive action is now. The choices it makes in the coming years will be very important, not just for Europe, but for the whole world. As a major player on the global stage, Europe's actions will influence international relations, economic trends, and technological advancements. The world is watching, and the pressure is on for Europe to rise to the occasion and lead by example. The future is uncertain, but with the right strategies and a united front, Europe can navigate these challenges and build a brighter future for all.
So hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and let's turn the page on a new adventure together. Get ready to experience books like never before, only on VBook 360. Like, comment, and share to support the channel and keep the video magic alive. Thank you for stopping by. And remember, every video has a story, and every story deserves to be shared. See you in the next video.